Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of the podcast. Today I'm going to be joined by one of my newest friends, Pixie, who's to join me to talk about her experience with autism, as well as sharing what we did on our birthdays. If you enjoy the podcast, make sure to please give it a follow, as it would help me so much. You can also listen to the podcast on Apple Podcasts by searching Respawn on the Spectrum, or you can listen to it on my YouTube channel, which premieres every Thursday from 3 p.m. UK time. I hope you enjoy the episode. So, listeners, I would like to welcome my birthday bestie Pixie to the podcast here. Yeah, honest, it is, and trust me, this is a real thing that me and her have literally got the same birth. This is a real life thing right now.
Yes. No, I was going to say we are real birthday besties.
Yeah, we are. We really are. We really are. Now, and it's actually a good time we're actually talking about the birthday stuff, because I thought we might as well, considering it was our birthdays last week, I thought I'd ask, how was your birthday, and what did you get up to, for the birthday weekend in general?
So, I had a birthday meal with all my family on the Thursday night of my actual birthday for an Indian. It was lovely.
And then Indian for birthday, not bad.
Yes. And then on Saturday, I went to Harry Potter Studios in London.
Oh man, how was that? I mean, they probably changed a lot of things, haven't they? Or
yeah, it were absolutely amazing. I loved it. I'm a big Harry Potter nerd.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with being a fan of Harry Potter, and especially with with the new Harry Potter series coming later in the year. There's more reasons to be excited for that, isn't it?
Exactly. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Let's hope Hogwarts Legacy 2 comes alongside that as well. But yeah, I'm hoping it's going to have multiplayer, because that would be another because you never know, maybe that would be a game for me and Pixie to play. Who knows?
Maybe.
Maybe. Now, of course, Pixie, I know you've mentioned to me about the fact that you've got family members that autism and that. So,
yep.
I thought it'd be fascinating for the listeners to kind of get a perspective, from your perspective, considering you've got family members who have. How do you tackle all these different autism conditions into one family? How?
Well, we're completely used to it, because when my cousin was born, my last little cousin, when he was born, he had autism. But back then, 34 years ago, we didn't know what autism was. So when Mitchell was diagnosed, we all learned very quickly how to deal with Mitchell's emotions and his needs. And then after Mitchell, I had another second cousin was born who also had autism. So we already knew everything and knew how to deal with them, but obviously it was a little bit different, because not every autistic person is the same. So when Tyler was born, he had different needs to Mitchell in different ways. And then after Tyler was born, I fell pregnant, and then my little bundle of joy came. And when he was 3, we got diagnosed with autism, and he was completely different to Mitchell and Tyler. So you just have to learn how to deal with their needs and what they need, and you basically adapt your life to theirs. That's it. That's what you have to do. So we've got a lot, like I say, we've had a few more cousins on the way who have got autism, and all of them are completely different, and we just learn to deal with their needs and how they need things to be, their routines, and that's how it is. That's what we do. And the way you can do it is do it. Family. You're there for each other.
Exactly. But yeah, absolutely. You need to be able to cope with that. It takes. I know it takes a toll on people when you've got all these different conditions.
It can take a massive toll. I mean, on Thursday when we went out for my birthday meal, my son was really looking forward to going the day before, couldn't wait. Then it got to an hour before we went, and he decided he didn't want to come. But then we got into the restaurant, and he had a big meltdown outside the restaurant because he didn't want to go in. Then I said, let's go home. He didn't want to go home. He didn't know basically what he wanted to do. But eventually he calmed himself down enough, and he come in, and he was absolutely fine once he was in. But you have to deal with these situations and try and stay calm and roll with the flow, really.
Yeah,
So that
you
was,
really do. You
yeah.
really do. Yeah, it's stuff like especially going into places is tough, isn't it? It's imagine how tough it must have been. Trying to go to these places, especially on your birthday weekend, knowing that one of your members is struggling, being in these environments and stuff. It's just it really is.
Yes,
Right.
it is. That's just what we all knew what to do. Everyone left him alone, and everyone knew how to deal with it because obviously with all my family all know. Well, we've all got autism, so we all got autism in our family, so we all knew exactly what to do and left him alone, let him relax, calm down, give him a minute, and then he was absolutely fine when he decided, right, I'm going to go in, because he'd made a decision, not someone saying to him, we're going in and that's that. He were fine, and then he got in and he enjoyed it, because normally he loves going there. I've no idea what got into his head, why he didn't want to go in, but we're all right now.
I mean, it could be possibly because of, I guess, maybe just the mood of not wanting to go, potentially. Maybe it's that. I
It could be something just as simple as that.
I mean, who really knows? Who really knows what?
No. And my son can't explain to me why he didn't want to go.
Yeah.
So it's even harder with the communication.
So obviously you've mentioned, now you've mentioned about the fact that about all that you had to go through with, obviously, with the fact that you have family with autism and that. Now the big question is, does it sort of affect your sort of plans for what you want to do? Does that affect things, or?
I mean, sometimes it can affect it, but only way that it affects my plans is if I'm going somewhere where Riley's not coming, is who's going to look after Riley, because yes, he's 14, but he can't be left alone. So I always get a babysitter, which my mum's fantastic, my sister's fantastic. They always look after Riley, and he enjoys going to my mum's and my sister's because his cousins aren't my sisters, and he loves going to my mum's because she spoils him rotten. So that's my only biggest thing, is who's going to look after Riley, which, like I say, I've got a very big family, so there's always somebody who will look after him. So, but yeah, that's that. Riley is my life, so I don't make plan without him.
So I'm glad you've got like family members who actually he gets along with, because I think that's important to have people that I guess to be surrounded by people that are just at least
supportive.
Get it, because I know there's too many people that just don't understand autism. Because I mean, I've never mentioned it. Obviously had my years of struggles with friendships and stuff, but it's just it just sucks when you kind of want to be friends with people, but then they just don't get the whole autism thing.
Which some of it is ignorance, and some of it, if people haven't grown up with autism or an understanding of autism, it's hard sometimes for people to understand it if they haven't got a knowledge of it. So I can see it from both sides. Some people are just ignorant to the fact and very self-absorbed, but other people don't. If you've never met anybody with autism, then you don't really know what to expect.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
and that's the thing, really. You don't know what to expect. That's why I kind of I mean, I'm actually kind of glad I'm doing a podcast like this to try to kind of change this narrative of this narrative that we can't sort of mix with other people when we can. It's just people just don't understand us. We get misunderstood too.
Yes, you're doing a fantastic job, and you're bringing awareness to everybody else. And by making your podcast, when people listen to your podcast, they might get a little bit better understanding of what it's like to be autistic, or to have autistic family, or have autistic friends. You're doing a fantastic job.
I appreciate that. You see, this is what I like. I love being around Pixie because she's just so kind-hearted and everything.
Always.
She just takes care of me when I'm playing with her. I mean, what can I say? The fact that it's good to know that you've got like family members to look after Riley and stuff. Kind of curious to sort of ask about the fact that I mean, do you get concerned about like his future?
Yes, I do. I worry about what he's going to do when he leaves school, or what's he going to do for a job. Is he going to get a job? I always worry about things like that. I mean, at the minute he's 14, so he's doing all right at school, and he will stay in school until he's 19. So I feel like I ain't got to worry about it as of yet. But yeah, of course I'd panic about his future and what's he going to do. And I mean, touch wood, nothing happens to me or Dad. And if it did, what would Riley do? But like I say, I've got a massive family, so I'm sure he'll be fine. But it's always a worry.
Yeah, I understand it, because I mean, considering the fact that I've got many friends who worry about me. So I know what it's like to be cared. And then obviously, and then at the same time, my own family got to worry about my future as well. But, I'm trying to I just want to be hopeful that I can keep kind of, I guess, pushing for a better future for us people who have autism.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm hoping. I mean, it's anyone's guesses really whether I achieve that or not.
The world's changing and things are getting better for people with autism because a lot more people are understanding it and understanding that you've got different needs. So, and I do think the world, I mean, when Mitchell was born, there was no school for autism and, it were hard going. But whereas now, my son went to mainstream, and then when we realised actually he's struggling a little bit in mainstream, he went straight to a school over here with what specialises in autism, and now he's absolutely thriving in this school because they know his needs and they know what he likes and he dislikes, and they're just doing amazing for him.
That's amazing, honestly. It amazes me that there's actually a school that cares, because I even mentioned this in I'm pretty sure I mentioned this in the past episode where I know I've mentioned it a lot whenever I stream about the fact that whenever I was at school back when I was young, they didn't really understand my condition at all, and they just kind of left me in the deep end. Mostly, I guess for the most part, mostly bullied and stuff, and it was
That's because back in the day when you were younger, because you were similar age to my cousin, it wasn't understood back then, and it wasn't really heard of much back then. So there wasn't that lot of help there. But it's because of people like you who do what you do and make awareness of it that there is things now that everyone to benefit from. The schools, the help, the things, and that's all because of people like you who do your support groups, your podcasts, and everything. So that's because of you and people like you. You've made a big difference in the autism community.
I appreciate it. This is one of the best teachers speak is nothing but love and kindness, right?
Nothing but love.
She's really lovely to me. She really
Never be
is.
afraid to share love.
Yeah, love and that. I'm just really fortunate to just have so many friends who just love to see me do stuff and do my podcast and stuff, and
want to see you succeed.
Yeah. Because it's obviously been frustrating for years. Me trying to get my name out there for even the 13 years that I've been streaming, trying to get my name out there, trying to do stuff that I would enjoy, that I'm hoping that many others would enjoy. I guess there were times when I thought, I guess I'm this streamer on Twitch that's trying to do good in the world, and then everyone's like, I guess everyone, there's people out there who just want to hate me for some reason because I'm.
There's people out there who just want to spread hate and spread horrible in the world. It's just they're just low on themselves and they just want to bring everybody else down with them, and there's just no need for it. Absolutely no need whatsoever for it. But you're going to get that everywhere you go, anywhere, and for anything, not even just for autism or any other needs. You're going to get people like that just in general, just because there is in this world, there's just some awful people. And all you've got to do is completely ignore them and carry on. That's all you've got to do.
Yeah.
The best thing to do. Completely ignore them, carry on doing what you're doing because you're fabulous. You carry on with your day, let them carry on with their miserable day, and there you go. You're okay, they're not.
Honestly, you're such a sweetheart, Pixie. You really are. I'm sorry. She's just. I hope my community loves you for saying that. I really do, because they honestly, I've got so many really kind-hearted people in my community who just speak nothing but kind words about me. I even got one best friend who just tells me I'm an inspiration to them. So
exactly, and you are.
If there is of course going to be some friends of mine that are still unsure whether they're autistic or not. I don't know, do you reckon they should get themselves tested and everything?
If you think it's going to make their life easier and get the help they need, then 100%. 100% don't get it. Don't matter how old you are. If you think you are and you need that little bit of extra help, why not get it while it's out there?
Exactly, and I mean, I know that I've got another friend, Zoe, who's autistic as well. She's from Canada and stuff, but she's even encouraging people to go and get tested if you go. So she didn't even know until she was a lot older that she had most mask it until later. Well,
yeah, and apparently, so I've read, girls are a lot better at masking than men are when it comes to autism.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much exactly what she said. Really, she said she knew this stuff.
Yeah, if you're wanting that, I mean, some people don't. I mean, my friend,
I get that they don't want to, but it's nice to know. Yeah, because if you're going to keep like doubting yourself for years, then how would you know unless you don't try?
yeah, I mean, but some people know they've got it, but don't want to do anything about it, which is absolutely, again, fine. If you can cope with your life with not getting diagnosed, then that's absolutely fine. I mean, and my friend, her son, he's got it. Well, he has never been diagnosed, but when you can just tell little things that he does. You can just tell, and he doesn't want to go through that down that road of getting diagnosed because he can cope with everyday life as it is. I mean, that's completely his choice. So that's fine too. If you think you can cope without the diagnosis, it's absolutely fine. It's every person's.
And it's just really fun, and I will say it is amazing to hear